Man, I come to you again. Of course, I'm from Port St. Lucie, Florida, and this is Dorrel. Of course, you're Jamaican boy. Of course, as you know, we're doing these videos. I want to shed some light on people who migrate from Jamaica, you know, and go to Britain, you know, England, you know, and things like that. And sometimes it's people who DJs that play the music. We're trying to change the narrative around reggae music, and you know, England is the gateway for reggae music, and the people that migrate from Jamaica to England is the main source, I would say the only source for reggae on the international market and wherever, you know, around the world. Those are the people. Those are the people that don't get no recognition at no time in my side. So this is why we're doing something about it. We as Jamaican, we have to take it up in hand, because everybody want to you know, we want to bring reggae back to Jamaica, you know. And I have talked to B, of course, Soprano B, which all of you know from the Britain side. Of course, you know him, and he's still continuing the music. And today we're going to talk to a gentleman, of course, wanna be good pal, and I meet him for the first time, Mr. Monty from out of Port St. Lucie, Florida. Mr. Monty, welcome. Welcome, and nice to talk to you and
Nice
things like that.
too.
Yes. And today, you know, we're going to talk about the music and you know, the migration that happened from Jamaica to England. And could you tell me what time did you you know, what year did you migrate?
I went to England on 12th of December 1961.
Wow. Yeah.
With the British Army, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
They sponsored me there. I spent 6 years in the British Army.
Wow.
And then I came out of the army and decided to stay in England. And you know, moving around, Brixton was my headquarters, because the type of food that I eat was served in Brixton. And good cook too. It was very good. I think the guy was on Summerlinton Road, right?
Yeah.
No, Realton Road.
Realton Road.
Realton Road. What was his name? Bunny?
Bunny.
Bunny Restaurant, yeah.
Restaurant.
And I used to go there. First of all, when I first came to England and went to the camp, I went to a place called Gatwick first. And
So this Bunny restaurant was what? Jamaican?
Jamaican.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to give you the history about it. What happened was that from Gatwick, I was sent to Aldershot.
Oh, yeah, right. I remember that.
And sometimes, you know, whenever you get a weekend off, you go up to Waterloo Road. There's a club there for the British, to the soldiers, military people. So I was inquiring about food. So I met a Jamaican guy and said, where can I get some Jamaican food? He said, Brixton. I said, Brixton. So how you get there? So I walked around to the side of Waterloo Road.
Right.
And I can't remember what bus it was. But I took the bus, and when I got on the bus, I asked the conductor, when you get to Brixton, please tell me where to get off. Then Brixton is a headquarters for the bus too, the biggest bus stop, by the shops, Woolworths and all those stores. So I got there, and then I asked again where I can get the food, and they tell me, and I found the place. And I really enjoyed it. I think I had stew, beef and rice and peas, and some yam and dumpling.
Yeah.
It was really enjoyable. So I went back to the Union Jack Club, and I told some of the guys, I said, listen guys, there is a place in Brixton, a restaurant called Bunny, and if you really want to taste our kind of food, we go down there tomorrow. About 6 of us went down there, and the guy was amazed. He asked me, where you guys come from? I said, we are in the British Army, and we're on leave, vacation. So we needed to find somewhere we could get our kind of food, which is Jamaican food. Oh, he said, well, you guys come out. I said, sure, we're going to come out here again.
Right.
And I was in for about a week in Aldershot, in Waterloo. And we go there every day. When you go back to camp, food, you go back to the regular food.
So how was the music at that time when you...
Well, to be honest with you, at that time, one of the most popular music was My Boy Lollipop with Millie.
Millie Small.
Millie Small, yeah. That was the most popular Jamaican music. But other than that, it was Blue Beat. It wasn't reggae, Blue Beat.
Right.
So I remember because Larry Aiken and all them guys, I think he was the first Jamaican to go on TV. You remember Thank You Lucky Star? Remember that show?
Oh, yeah.
Larry Aiken was the first Jamaican I see over there. And then I think it's who else come there? There's another guy come there. You got the guy that's singing Derek Morgan. What's his name again?
Derek Morgan.
Derek Morgan.
No, it's not Derek Morgan. The other guy.
Wayne Gray.
Who?
Wayne Gray.
No, man. What's his name?
No.
He sing Chinaman. You're black and Chinaman.
Prince Buster.
Prince Buster. So then he was there to come on, but other than that, when I want to hear music, this is the band.
Right.
Go up to up by his in-laws, and welcome Glenn and Seymour and Kenneth and them guys, and we will go to his dance. But they have a little pushing.
Yeah, basement dance.
Yeah.
And
the next morning it's go stink of smoke.
Even though those days was a nice days, you know.
Those were the days.
Yes.
Because we used to drink what's the beer?
Special brew?
No, there was special brew wasn't in time in the 60s. What do you call it? Long Life.
Oh, long, yeah.
And the next day I got headache like kill you. Because I remember when the West Indies came there, we got it over. Everybody go in the box of Long Life. And they started beating the cans. It was a carnival time over there. It was cricket. You know. It was really, really truly. But England for me was really nice. You know, it's still nice as far as I'm concerned. I'm not going to condemn it because it was really and truly nice because, you know, you had no problem. I mean, of course there was always race thing there, but I never come across anything. But it was kind of going out, dying out because we Jamaicans go there and change things. You know, you couldn't tell them you can't go there. I mean, why can't go there? And then, of course, the lines, we had always have a queue. Whenever you go in the store to buy anything, they call it a queue. It's time to wait your turn. But then, like, I think in the late 60s, things started to change. You know,
late.
Yeah, the people started to react different. The Jamaicans have no patience because, as you know, in those days the bus had no doors. You just up on and up off. Yeah, but no doors on those buses and cold, of course, no heat either. Especially upstairs in the bus. Cold like hell out there.
Double decker. We use
double
decker buses.
Yeah, I only saw that on TV, you know.
Double decker.
Things like that because,
they have their conductor on the top and we all shout down and say, two please. And they come on.
Can you imagine how cold it was there?
Yeah. I would love to know like the first day when you hop off of that plane, you know, in England.
Oh yes, I got.
What it was like? It was
cold.
Well, I can imagine. So
it was it was foggy and cold. When you it's like smoking a cigarette.
Like you smoking.
Right.
I said to this guy, look at that.
Yeah, that's
smoke. But you know, and then again, they were supposed to meet us at courts. The military people. No one came in the court. And the thing is that when they took us to the place we was big large barrack room. And had two big things in the center of the room. So we said, okay, what is that? He said, that's where I get to eat from. I said, how you do it? He showed us it's cold. Cold. I said, we don't know how to do this. And we didn't like anything.
Right.
But there had blankets and stuff there. We went under those blankets. And in the morning when we got up, forget about it. It was so cold.
Right.
I was glad when they come and get us out of there.
Yeah. Because I have talked to B before, and B tell me about some of the weddings and and things like that where you would do when you first back in the 60s and when we get started, the music and things like that. We all know that it was like blue beat and all that kind of thing, and used to the rhythm and blues thing.
Yeah, that's what we started, rhythm and blues first.
But and after a while, you have what was a ska and then rock steady and then reggae.
Reggae is the last one to come in.
Right.
Rock steady and those were before reggae.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get the name reggae, but whoever changed the name did a good job.
Right.
But this was the man for the Brixton, the music man.
Right.
And everybody know B. Oh, B playing tonight.
Yeah.
So, we go to the rocket up over there. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
I was glad to meet him and other guys.
Yeah, because I hear about everywhere you go, you hear about B and you hear about Lady Coxon and
Well, I never know nothing about Coxon that much.
Right.
It was always B, we do it.
Lady come after.
He come after.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying that after, but when you talk about reggae music, whatever it is.
Well, Lady do a lot for reggae.
You have to give him that props, wherever they started and the letter, you have to.
To be Brixton was the place for everything. You want to go to Brixton?
Lady Coxon wasn't from Brixton. He was a place named Ballam.
Okay.
But I was originally a Brixton man.
Right. Is that Mill Road, Welton Road, Summer Leighton Road?
Yeah.
All those Atlantic Avenue. And that's where the guy was at
King Court.
Yeah, Atlantic Avenue, that's where it was.
Right, well, I don't know.
Because when my friend Barry got married, he cut my hair and he set it up nice, Yeah, but I didn't know him in the 60s. I don't know if he was there in the 60s.
I don't know. But this guy, if you see the guy, man, is a guy from Trinidad. But when him cut your hair and him do all kind of thing,
it was all around that.
Well, man, he do
what I try to do is like when I talk to people and things, is put myself into
the position.
That I it was the I can imagine what it was like. But because I know that in the 60s there's a lot of things was going on and
where we were in Brixton. Say for instance now, Dorrel come up from Jamaica. You know that you're going to meet him in Brixton because his family going to take him to Brixton to shop and all that. And that's where the blacks we are.
Right.
Everything.
That's the melting pot.
Yeah, because the melting, more than the melting pot.
Everybody.
Everybody, everything you want.
I mean,
in Brixton.
Back in the days, people talk about the bone. The butcher give me the bone. They don't sell it out.
No, that's true. We never used to buy it.
A lot of things they used to give away, fish head and all that. I mean, who changed it? We changed it. We got it, especially the women. They get all the piece. They're talking to the people. Listen. Oh yeah, and they start selling this thing. It's just like the Koreans in New York. You go to yellow yam. What's that? And you find out a new batch of the next week, yellow yam over there.
and then ska.
It's, it's the same in Brixton. Back in those days. But I think those were the better days in England.
Those were the best
60s,
days.
70s. They were the best, better years in England. For the whole world, actually.
All of us.
In the 60s and 70s.
Wages was, we get about £5.
Yeah.
And you got to send that money home. And you got to pay your rent. And you still have money. In those days.
Cost of living was low and things cheaper.
Yeah, man.
Like that.
Yeah.
In the 70s, things started to change.
Yes.
But the 60s, they were glorious days.
Beautiful days.
Oh, man.
I tell you.
But I noticed something about with people who migrate from Jamaica to Britain. You know, they to me they're more together. This is what I am viewing from the outside. To me, they are more together. It's more unity, and I noticed something that for me personally, I could pick out a guy who used to live in England that will migrate from Jamaica and go to England. Because when I think what I use, whenever he or she coming over to your house to visit, they always have something in there.
I'm just going to say that to you.
You know, always. And that is what I use and I start to think about it and say, you know, this is a good, because most Jamaican that I run into here that on this side of the world, you know, they practice a self thing.
Oh, yeah.
They would go to the bar and buy a drink and just buy one for themselves. And, you know, so I kind of sit down and take in those little behaviors and things, which I know that is in Jamaica, people used to order rounds and when they go and so when they migrate to
they bring it the same way.
The same way. But here is an individual thing they practice here, so Jamaican break into this
cutthroat thing,
you know, and self thing I see. So I kind of love the way how people that migrate to Britain, how they, because I watch them, how they behave, how, you know, still have that.
I would just tell you that when you first started.
Right.
Because it's a fact. And the thing is that my nephew plays football in North Carolina. And he said there's a number of people, groups, that play different groups. And he said sometime I have a get together and everybody brings things except Jamaicans. And you see there too. A guy said to me one day, who was going to this lady house? Our husband died. So we decided to go cheer up. And came on music and things. So I said to a certain guy, a relative of mine too. I said, bring a 6-pack, man. You know what you tell me? Oh, when you better come out, I was going to bring nothing. I said, that is not the point, man. You're not going to your house, you're not going to my house. You're going to somebody who we don't even know. You're going first time.
Right.
You wouldn't buy it.
Yeah. I wonder what happened there. Where did it went wrong? Because not because you catch a cat and put him in the oven and bake him, that don't make him a pudding. Why? You know, meaning that you don't have to. When you come here, you don't have to become. You know.
I don't know. It's in my bar there. It's open. Anybody come here, I let them know them. When people come here, I let them know. Help yourself. I'm not going to say it, man. The cups, the drink, help yourself.
I told you that. Don't have to deal with him when you come here. But in the 60s though, this is a thing where was great. We always have a thing called bottle party.
Yes.
Where you bring up a bottle.
Right.
And you put down and you drink and you leave and go. It was so nice in the 60s, man, when I reached there, man.
Right.
I started doing my thing on a bicycle with my record and move on and go to wedding. You know, and get my £5 and joke. I never have no car like this. I start ride bicycle.
Right.
And those days was the best days of my life. I'm telling you. Even though it's nice, but those were the better days.
Boy, it's great talking to you guys, and like I said, nobody come here to stay forever.
No.
And I have a very strong and I have a lot of respect for people who migrate from Jamaica and go there, you know, and because I know they, you know, I have relatives there. I know a lot of people in the early days go through a lot of tough times, you know.
Yes.
And if Jamaicans will not, this I know, will not take no for an answer, you know, because and we're not going to sit back and take certain things, you know.
We're gonna retaliate.
Right, and I really respect you guys for that, and to that went there and fight, you know, whether with the music, fight for the music, or whatever it is, you contribute to that, you know, whether you was a dancer, you was, you know, you go and buy your 145, you contribute to that, you know, and things. So I want to shed a little light on that, and you know, in Jamaica, people that migrate to Britain should get respect, more respect, you know. And I especially when they come to the music, I see them giving out so much awards to people who have nothing to do with the reggae music.
Yeah.
You understand? All they do is hear it and like it, and they buy some. And the persons like B here, you know, they never find them, and they never talk about them, and they never mention them. Like say, you just drop out of space, and some people just see it and grab it. It's Jamaican people who done that.
But you know, reggae doesn't belong to Jamaica no more, you know.
No.
Reggae doesn't belong to Jamaica no more. No more. Everybody's got reggae now.
Right.
The world got reggae. It's a worldwide music now. You know, you have Japanese people singing it.
It's Japanese of it now.
But you see, what happened? Jamaicans, they give it away, and because some of this garbage that they're making now, what they call reggae music, is garbage.
There's no singers.
You know.
Singers.
Well, you see, the younger folks go for that, and I don't know, but it seems to take on with the younger people. I mean, we call it garbage because we don't.
Have you seen the group that win the reggae album of the year?
Yes, the white guys. Them.
Do you know it's not what the young people they're going for? Let them is the reggae music they was playing.
Yeah.
Their version of reggae.
Their version.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So people sometimes is not with something, but because they don't have no choice, they go with it.
Yeah.
But if you give them something good and you stay, because they have a blueprint, and if they stay with it, they don't have to modify it that much to for people to love it.
Yeah.
Because you have a good product. Yeah. And this is what happened. And when, because I know sooner or later, when foreigners started to validate reggae music, Jamaica was going to lose it. After a while, Jamaica is not important no more. And everybody going to put them stamp on it and say, them did create it. Here's something when we gone.
That, you know? That was one of the things that killed Jamaican too. They never know anything about copyright. You know, they never copyright the music. And this is it. You don't copyright music. I sing a song, a man can come and sing it. I make money, you don't get nothing. Because they never know anything about copyright. And a lot of it was exploited by Mr. Coxon and Duke Quiz. They exploit them guys. You know, by giving them $200 a pound, whatever it is. And then they make millions. Because I can't remember people name, I don't know why. He's a very good singer, but he sings other people's music. Young guy,
oh, he's an artist today?
Yeah, he's been around a while, but
is that Sanchez?
Sanchez. Sanchez is one of the best reggae singers, and he can sing good. And of course he's gone now. If he was a carpenter, he sing that song.
Oh, John Oates?
John Oates. Well, you be better than me. Remember, yeah.
Right.
I think John Oates was the number one reggae singer. He can sing. The rest can sing, but I don't think. Somebody tell me that Dennis Brown can sing. I say I don't think so.
Yeah, man, he can.
Dennis Brown is good, but you know, for me,
Right. I respect that. It's your opinion.
The melody in his voice. You know? But you know, this is how it is. I mean, whoever the people like, they're gonna push them. They're gonna buy the music. They're gonna the most popular guys.
Yeah, I think, and that's where I don't think we have that luxury to look at it that way, even when it comes to our music, because like I said, you have a blueprint and you cannot veer off too far away from the blueprint, because if you veer off too far away, I think you're going to produce garbage. You know, and when you start to produce garbage, then you open the door for anybody can put them stamp on it and say, aha, this is mine, I can take it. I can make it however I want it. And you see, like I said, I use that group from California that win the album of the year, right? And you see the music that they was making kind of close in the groove of Bob Marley and things like that, and they win album of the year. Well, who make it album of the year? Who vote on that? You see what I'm saying there? And so, you know, people would say, well, that's what the young people, they want to hear, the kind of garbage. Yes, but what do they have to choose from?
But you know,
because anyway they turn this garbage they hear, you know, so it's you know.
Well, I want to ask that, whether you can tell me, why is it now, say for instance you leave England or you leave America, and you go to Manly Airport or the one in Montego Bay, what music you hear?
The American music.
Okay. Be American music they play. You don't hear them play no reggae on the radio station. Why that happen?
Well, when I use the word that Jamaican help them take it away, that's include. That was a broad statement I made, you know, and all of that is in there, you know. Because if they surround it on you know, and you know, say, well, okay, this is our thing, you know, because a lot of places down in Jamaica now is just when they see it need to make a money off of it, that's when they they see it as a vehicle to make money. They don't see it as anything to preserve. And the world know Jamaica through the music. I don't care what you say. You talk about tourism and tourism. People go there because of the music and ganja.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
You understand?
That's a fact.
Yes. So if and you know that, so why not preserve reggae music, because that is our thing, and the world listening to reggae music, and people want. I do construction for a living, and I you know, I met some people from Nigeria, and I met this young guy, and he's so excited. He said he's going to Jamaica you know, because he grew up listening to reggae music all his life. And he tell me, he said, man, I want to be a Jamaican. He's about 40-something years old, right? I just was talking to him the other day. And he excited to go to Jamaica. You know how much people like him is out there? You know, and then when you get to the airport, like you say, you hear American. You're not supposed to hear it. I don't say you can't embrace other people's things.
But the only way, you know, that can change it.
But there's there's another thing again. That Dorrel is we associate with Dorrel, but we have a program we call Collectors Corner. And there's Dorrel right before me. Our own Jamaican are fighting to see who can play more soul music, more than reggae, where we should have produced.
Well, in yes. Oh, you're the guy who
we play, and
what are these guys come up there?
Beer Soul, they are constructed to do. And it's reggae we suppose we are promote. You see, so is we doing it too?
Yeah, but that's why I make the things that Jamaican help doing it. You understand? Because I don't know what is the end game or what they hope happen or what it is. You know, because for me, when I transition and gone, I would like to know my kids have something to look towards and they want to, you know, I just not, it's not, why you think I'm doing this video? Because of me? No. You know, I'm not there to look good. I'm there to establish or change the narrative about reggae music. You understand? And what am I mean is Jamaicans that bring reggae music on that side of the world, and through there the gateway it introduced to the world. And I just want to say to all the Jamaicans, I'm going to do it, thanks, you know, to do that. And now it's time for Jamaica to rope this thing in, you know, and stop thinking about this thing individually. It's not all gone. They can do something, and I am doing my part, and I am calling on all Jamaicans. If it's important to you and Jamaica, this is how. And a tree without a root cannot live.
Never.
No, I understand.
At the root.
Like I said,
right. Yeah.
At the root.
You know. So therefore, this is what I'm doing these videos, go around and talk to people who migrate from Jamaica to Britain and thing, and you know, because to me those are the people that is a soldier, they will fight the battlefront, you know, for us, you know. And when we was in Jamaica and we have relatives there and they send £1 come and it come like $1 million.
Yeah, man, no
I never have no clue what they was going through.
Yeah, but
you understand?
Sure, yeah.
And I no clue, and I can just imagine. I talked to some Jamaicans were coming up, like Mr. Obi, Mars Charlie was in the British Army. You know, as you talk about a long time ago, and they used to sit down and talk. As a little kid, I was so interested in what they were saying. You know, and when Mars Charlie was telling me about fighting the war with Hitler and, you know, inside the boat and the way he go down, and it sounds so fascinating to me. And I say, as a Jamaican, and you know, and as a youth, and I try to wrap my mind around it, and you know, and you know, and I say, Jamaican done some great things. You understand? But it's time for us to know, stop thinking individually and let us move as a group and recognize what we have and keep what we have and stop running after shiny foolishness. You know, as a people, we need unity. You know, we need to change, so I stop follow people with their culture until because we have one. So let's use it.
Hold on to ours.
Yes, to our one.
The greatest advocate of reggae was Bob Marley, of course. I mean, the last set of music that he made before he died, that's what put Bob on top of the world.
Yeah.
The very earliest reggae that he made, there wasn't that fantastic, you know. I mean, but they wasn't up to the standard. Whoever changed his way of singing and the lyrics that they were writing and all that, it was fantastic.
But you ever see, notice something about Bob? You know what I notice about him? Wherever he go in the world, he never ever, he speaks straight patois. When I interview him, when I do him, this is to say, he never tried to compromise his culture under no circumstances. You understand? It's up to you if you want to understand. If you interview him, it's up to you. And clearly you could watch the interview and the interviewer understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
You see, it's that he wouldn't continue, right? And things. So that means you could use him as one example, that you don't have to become nobody else. You understand? You have to be yourself and be a Jamaican, because that you know how to be.
And that's why I made money, because the other guys wouldn't travel, remember?
Yeah.
They don't want to play.
Yeah.
And when they find out Bob was getting ahead of them, it's too late.
Yeah.
They even saw yesterday, you know that? They had a settlement with the boys and the other, the brothers them. What's in them? The whalers. Bunny whale and all them.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Guess what? They try to sue again the second time. And the government tell them, no, you can't do what the same thing twice.
Right.
You know, they're the one who missed out with that man literally stick.
Yeah.
Stick with him, but he would say, well, Chris Blackwell took heaven. Up to when?
The bottom line is we need more unity in the community. We have a good product and the world know that, and I am doing my little part. So you do your part, and everyone, instead of you stay there and criticize and talk about how somebody talk or how they look or whatever it is, do something, whatever you do. Remember you have kids, remember you have grandkids, or you great grandkids. So let us leave them with something where we're supposed to hold them together. And if you as a Jamaican come and embrace, let's embrace each other and see each other for who we are as a people, and we all have something about us, but we are Jamaicans, you understand? And remember, you can go back in history and see what Jamaicans have done and use that as, and thank you ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. B, I want to say thanks again for sitting down. Mr. Monty, the great Mr. Monty, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, nice talking to you, and thanks for your contribution towards, you know, all of that, the migration of Jamaica to England, and the daddy.
Wait, no, man.
Thanks.
Is this Monty McMorris? Monty?
No, it's a different Monty one. The soldier Monty.
All right.
Cold to drink all right.
Yeah, man.
Nice, brother.
Yes, man. Respect, man. Respect.
You see, the thing I like with I don't think you're a cut off. Thing I like with your thing, man. No, will be a thing. You know? Just a little afterwards.
Yeah.
That was nice, bro. Was it alright, Mr. Monty?
Peter, Mr. Good little